Day 11 of testimonies in the Diddy trial has wrapped up, and shocking revelations about Diddy's hidden past continue to emerge. Inside sources from the courtroom report that federal investigators are preparing to subpoena comedian Katt Williams to testify. Williams has long claimed to know the inner workings of Diddy's circle, even predicting that Usher, T.D. Jakes, and Diddy would all face major fallout in 2025. This raises serious questions. How did Katt Williams anticipate Diddy's arrest before any charges were filed? And what exactly did he say regarding the suspicious death of Aaron Carter?
They followed me to the hotel. They killed Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't kill a Backstreet Boy sample. You know what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasternak.
Last year, before anyone had even begun to suspect Diddy's involvement in what is now unfolding as one of Hollywood's most explosive sex trafficking scandals, Katt Williams had already laid it all out. He predicted the downfall, with eerie accuracy, warning that Diddy's empire was crumbling, and that when it did, he wouldn't fall alone. He'd drag all of his accomplices down with him.
Fleck actually recently walked away from J-Lo because these allegations were coming out.
And isn't there even some concern that, or proof that Pastor T.D. Jakes?
Well, I'm getting right there. So there's this big list that Diddy said, I'm not going down alone. Because Katt Williams went on a podcast a while back, and Katt Williams, who's a well-known comedian in the black community for a long time, he went on a podcast and basically just regurgitated all this information that was just so valid. And he said, all these people, he said, you got God on one side and then you got the other side. And he said, the other side, they're all going down in 2024. And he mentioned that he was offered $50 million 4 separate times to join in with these Diddy parties to basically be sodomized. And he turned it down every time.
To help his career.
To bring his career to.
This wasn't the first time Katt Williams spoke out about Diddy, and it's unlikely to be the last. For decades, Katt has been quietly gathering the industry's darkest secrets, choosing truth over fame and fortune. He's refused to sell out, staying true to his principles while exposing what happens behind the scenes. During a 2023 episode of Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe, Katt openly named Diddy as the ringleader and listed those he believed would fall with him, long before the current scandal came to light.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never fucking expect it. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Come here. Is that 2 niggas kissing? Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it.
Katt Williams' predictions didn't stop. With Diddy, he also named T.D. Jakes, claiming that the influential pastor would face a downfall in 2025. Strangely enough, T.D. Jakes announced his resignation from leadership at the Potter's House megachurch just days before Diddy's trial began. Coincidence? Maybe. But with so many of Katt's bold claims lining up with real events, it's hard not to wonder if deeper, more powerful forces are at work behind the scenes.
Katt Williams calls out Bishop T.D. Jakes and watches T.D. Jakes and Gino Jennings' response.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Good, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good because I know the truth.
T.D. Jakes, do not
speak against homosexuality.
Shock to many in the religious community, Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
This is a beautiful moment for me.
From the pulpit Sunday, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he was stepping down from leadership at the Potter's House, the Dallas megachurch he founded in 1996 and has led ever since.
I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me and you be sheep without a shepherd.
This is video from the service Jakes is referencing in November. It wasn't until months after his medical incident that he confirmed to the public he had a heart attack. Now, 5 months later, he told his congregation he had been preparing his daughter, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts, and his son-in-law, Pastor Torrey Roberts, to
Katt Williams exposed disturbing truths about Diddy's role in exploiting minors within the entertainment industry, shedding light on how the notorious casting couch culture still thrives in Hollywood. He pointed to several major stars who began their careers as child performers and had early connections to Diddy. Among them were Usher, introduced to Diddy at just 13 years old, and Aaron Carter, who reportedly met him at the age of 9. As the investigation deepens, the involvement of these former child stars is now resurfacing, aligning with the chilling details Katt had already revealed.
Years old, and I remember him just sitting down with me, being like, this is kind of like what you got to do, Aaron.
Aaron Carter, he begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not suicidal. And no one said anything.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage saying I wanted.
Usher has admitted that he still has nightmares about the time he spent with Diddy, a dark period that continues to haunt him. Shockingly, his own mother sent him to live with Diddy when he was just 13, despite knowing little to nothing about the man. It raises serious questions. What kind of parent sends their child to stay with a stranger, especially in an industry infamous for its hidden abuses? In Hollywood, Diddy's reputation was no secret, yet Usher's mother seemed more focused on fast-tracking her son's career than protecting him. The same goes for Aaron Carter, who was introduced to Diddy at the age of 9. Both boys were let down by the very people meant to protect them. Parents who seemed more interested in a paycheck than their children's safety and well-being.
After being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're going to put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there. You got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight.
I don't care what they say, because they tried to push me out. They didn't want me in. They would actually say, you're too close to the project. No, I'm not. Because remember, Usher went to stay with Puffy. Now that was a business decision right there, because I didn't know Puffy. I didn't know him.
How old was he?
Usher was 15. He lost his voice.
Physically or just?
Puberty. He's growing and he lost his voice. So he lost his range. So the record company felt like, okay, this is not a great investment. So Puffy was there, and I will never forget it. We had this conversation, and he said, you're going to have to trust me. That was really, really a hard decision.
Aaron Carter's tragic story goes far beyond his connection to Diddy. His own family played a deeply troubling role in his trauma. Aaron revealed that his sister Leslie had mistreated him during his childhood, a heartbreaking admission that exposed the pain he endured even before entering the industry. He was first harmed by those closest to him, then further exploited by the entertainment world. For Aaron, it seemed no one around him truly cared. His suffering was overlooked, his voice unheard, and his well-being sacrificed for fame and financial.
Is the toughest thing to deal with.
Aaron Carter dropping a major bombshell on Thursday, alleging on Twitter that his late sister Leslie, who died in 2012, sexually abused him when he was a child. In a series of tweets, the singer explained, quote, "My sister raped me from the age of 10 to 13 years old when she wasn't on her medications." He also alleged, "I was abused not only sexually by her, but by my first 2 backup dancers when I was 8 years old, and my brother abused me my whole life." ET has reached out to Nick Carter for comment. Aaron claims the abuse question came as a result of his late sister Leslie's mental health issues. He says she suffered from bipolar disorder and took lithium to treat it, claiming that when she was not on her meds, she did things that she never meant to do. As a result, Aaron says he spent the last 15 years of his life going to therapy.
On my Twitter, and I see people saying, "You look like you have AIDS, you should go die." I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15.
The trauma Aaron Carter endured eventually took a serious toll on his health, leading to reports that he developed multiple health issues, including rumors about HIV. The pain he suffered caused him to act out, developing harmful habits and turning to drugs in an attempt to escape his memories. Usher faced a similar path, struggling with his own challenges and later being diagnosed with herpes. It begs the question, why is it that so many child stars who enter Hollywood end up facing serious health struggles?
System is still so weak that it can't fight off, a yeast infection.
Sorry, my part is just like, so you guys got to understand out there, like, this is like, no, I know this is kind of like, it's giving me anxiety, okay? So my heart is racing. I did not take any medications before I came here. I haven't in actually a couple of days because I wanted to try to wean myself off of this.
One of the things I also noticed when you met with Dr. Jorge, you opened up and expressed your concerns that you're worried you have HIV.
Absolutely.
I know you recently came out as bisexual.
Yes.
Is that one of the other reasons that's had you concerned? Because you admitted on the tape piece that you say, I haven't always been safe sexually.
Absolutely. No, and that's a fact. I haven't always been safe sexually, and I have no qualms in saying that. There's nothing wrong with me saying that. I do find men and women attractive, just like a woman can say, "Oh wow, what a beautiful girl." I can say, "Oh wow."
Aaron desperately cried out for help, warning that he was in danger and that record company executives were after him. Yet, just 2 weeks after he spoke out, Aaron Carter was found dead. His death officially ruled an accident. Even now, Aaron's mother insists the investigation was flawed and that those truly responsible remain free. Questions linger. If Aaron drowned in a bathtub, why was there no water found in his lungs? And why was he so adamant about not being suicidal? These mysteries continue to fuel doubts about what really happened.
Developing news tonight in Lancaster, where pop star Aaron Carter has died at the age of 34.
Yeah, the troubled performer grew up in the limelight, but he was in and out of rehab several times in his short life. Chris Wolf is live for us in Lancaster. He's got more on this. Chris?
Yeah, Rick, MB, the street is now cleared. People have been moving in and out of that home behind me all day. And tonight we heard from some of those closest to Aaron Carter, and they all say the same thing. They all share stories of a very kind, loving, caring, humble, yet troubled young man. It's the tragic death of a young performer, and now family, friends, and fans around the world are suffering the loss. Singer, rapper, actor Aaron Carter is dead at the age of 34.
Oh my God.
Carter's close friend and stylist shared this video of a recent birthday celebration for Carter's fiancée, Melanie Martin. She is also the mother of their 11-month-old son, Prince.
It's very painful. Very, very painful. I talked to him 2 weeks ago. He was at the dentist and he FaceTimed me. He said, "Come over." And I said, I have work to do. I wish I could have just go see him at least one more time.
LA County firefighters say they received a call about a drowning. The LA County Sheriff's Department says a house sitter called 911 around 11 a.m. Saturday to report a man unresponsive in his bathtub. It was Carter.
Aaron Carter's mom has made a pretty remarkable decision. She has decided she wants the world to see the death scene, where the bathroom where Aaron was found dead. And the reason for this is she is calling out the police and feels like they did not do a proper investigation here, because she is certainly insinuating that there may have been foul play involved in Aaron Carter's death.
Oh, well, the first day, I got a call. The first thing, I got a call from my daughter, Angel, and she said that Aaron was found in the pool. So then I found out later that he was found in a tub, and the stories just kind of kept changing.
According to the police report, no foul play was suspected, and Aaron's death was officially ruled an overdose. But there are glaring problems with this conclusion. How could Aaron have overdosed in a bathtub full of water and yet have no water in his lungs? Aaron's mother is now pushing for a new investigation, insisting that the police were involved in a cover-up. Although a welfare check was reportedly done the night Aaron died, the evidence suggests officers never actually showed up to check on him, raising serious questions about what really happened.
Was found dead in a bathtub in his home in Los Angeles last November. Since that time, TMZ has reported the LA County coroner did not find water in his lungs, meaning he didn't drown. Carter's mother, Jane Schneck, posted photos on Facebook that show the bathroom where her son was found. She wrote on Facebook, "Because of my son's mental illness and prescription drug issues, they, the cops, just wanted it to be something easy that they didn't have the time or inclination to address." Schneck wants a more thorough investigation. She wrote that her son was receiving threats from many people, and she believes there were people out there who wanted to harm him.
Carter's mother, Jane Schneck, posted the photos to her personal Facebook page on Wednesday, writing, quote, "Still trying to get a real investigation for the death of my son, Aaron Carter." On November 5th of last year, 34-year-old Carter was found dead in the bathtub of his Lancaster, California home. According to posts by his mother, quote, "The coroner wrote it off as an accidental drug overdose. They never investigated it as a possible crime scene because of his addiction past." One of the photos shows the bathtub where Carter was found filled with green water. Another shows what appears to be feces smeared across the bathroom floor. A towel and some clothing items can also be seen on the floor in the photos. In one social media post, Carter's mother writes, quote, "Why are the towels perfectly placed?" In others, she alleges Carter received multiple death threats before he died, saying many people were making his life.
I discovered in my research were the claims that Kanye West was making about Harley Pasternak, who is a personal trainer for Ye, and he was also a personal trainer for Aaron Carter. And Ye is openly accusing Harley Pasternak of being not only a celebrity handler, but also responsible for what happened to Aaron. He thinks that he was the guy that went in there and set this up to look like he basically overdosed and accidentally unalived himself. And his claims for this is that Harley Pasternak made threats to Ye about putting him in such a seduced state and under a conservatorship that he wouldn't even know like what was going on. And he even says something along the lines of like family gatherings won't be the same, or like time with your kids won't be the same, something like that. But I've got the clip. It's really crazy.
Harley Pasternak followed me to the hotel. They kill Aaron Carter, and now they acting like they won't clear the Backstreet Boys sample. You get what I'm saying? Harley Pasternak pusher, your trainer. Harley Pasternak.
They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. What kind of fucking asshole do you gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more. Because that's what pedophiles do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go get other young kids. Now, if Usher is a procurer, and if Usher knew what was going to happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him, especially considering that he sat Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no! So it's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for yours.